Hello, seventh grade. We're on week 10, and we're going to be talking about sedimentary rocks today. So where can you go to see sediments? That's the question we'll be answering. Also, we want to be able to explain the formation of sedimentary rock by the end of today. So where can you go to see sediments? Well, pretty much anywhere. One of the most fun places to see sediments is at the beach. Squishing sand between your toes is a great way to experiment with sediments firsthand, or should we say first foot. Sedimentary rocks, most sedimentary rocks form from sediments. The sediments must be packed together to form a rock. Sedimentary rocks also form as mineral precipitates from saline water. Sedimentary rock formation is described in the next concept. Sediments are small fragments of rocks and minerals. Pebbles, sand, silt, and clay are examples of sediments. Sedimentary rocks may include fossils. Fossils are materials left behind by once living organisms. Fossils can be pieces of the organism, like bones. They can also be traces of the organism, like footprints. Sediments are transported by water, wind, ice, or gravity. These agents move them from the place where they were formed. The sediments are then deposited in a location. Sediments will eventually settle out of water. For example, rivers carry a lot of sediment. Where the water slows, it dumps the sediment along the banks, into lakes and the ocean. Cobbles, pebbles, and sand are the sediments that can be seen on this beach. The top left-hand picture is the side of a river where sediment has been dropped off, and where the river turns, it slows down a little bit. The top right is the Sahara Desert. The wind has deposited sand here for centuries. The bottom left is a sandbar. I don't know if you can see them or not, but there's a couple of people walking out on that sandbar out in the middle of the ocean. And down on the bottom right, we see a swamp where water has come down in rivers and then slowed way down and dropped tons of sediment into a swamp. When sediments settle out of water, they form horizontal layers. A layer of sediment is deposited. Then the next layer is deposited on top of that layer. So each layer in a sediment rock is younger than the layer under it. Before we get to the summary, the rocks are in layers in the Grand Canyon, and they are horizontal. We know the layers on the bottom are older than the layers on the top. Sediments are deposited in many different types of environments. Beaches and deserts collect large deposits of sand. Sediments also end up in the bottom of the ocean, in lakes, ponds, rivers, marshes, and swamps. Avalanches produce large piles of sediment. The environment where the sediments are deposited determines the type of sedimentary rock that can be formed. So as we summarize, sediments are small fragments of minerals, rocks, or fossils. Sediments range in size from tiny bits of silt or clay to enormous boulders. And sediments are deposited in many different environments. So, are you able to explain the formation of sedimentary rock? We hope so. If not, feel free to go back and review both your notes and this video. If you've got it, feel free to move on to the assignments. We'll talk later.